Back to the starting lineup with Scott Purrier, Ned Reynolds, and Art Haynes on your home for the St. Louis Cardinals. 102.1 The One.
And the starting lineup is brought to you by Play It Again Sports, by Swing Right Golf, by Citizens Bank of Rogersville, and by Marshfield Chevrolet. Ned Reynolds along with
Scott Purrier.
And Art Haynes.
And a special guest on with us now is the first ever Drury golfer to win a Great Lakes Valley Conference Individual Championship. He's a former Springfield Kickapoo High School product. We welcome in Gaige Lewis. Gaige, how you doing?
Good, guys. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks.
Pleasure to be here.
I almost botched your last name, and your dad's my eye doctor. That probably would have put me back on appointments for a few years there. But anyway, congratulations on a great tournament last week up in Indiana. And then the news coming last night that you and a teammate have qualified for at-large status for the NCAA Regional. Your thoughts, did you expect to see that coming yesterday?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't expect it, at least for me. I felt that I had a pretty solid spring, and me and my coach had kind of talked quite a bit, and we were, thinking that hopefully I would at least get a bid. And my teammate, actually, Elton Bostrom, he was really, really, really close. Like, we gave it pretty much a coin flip. And when coach gave me a call probably 2 o'clock yesterday telling me that I was in, and then added that he also made it, and that was just, oh my gosh, I was jumping up and down. It was awesome.
Gaige, we were asking this question earlier, too. Now, this is D2, and you're going to a D2 regional. There is also a D2 national, quite obviously. What, in your opinion, is the big difference between a D1 and a D2 golfer? This is your opinion now.
Yeah. I think the difference between like a good D2 and a good D1 golfer is really just experience. I haven't had that much experience. I started golf my freshman year of high school, so a lot of these guys have been playing ever since, they could pick up a golf club. And I've been swinging golf club ever since I could really walk, but I just never really took it serious until freshman year of high school. So I just don't have the experience of, being in those situations, like to win big golf tournaments. And it was great to, do that last week. I think that's going to really help me out down the line. But just experience is what I think separates them.
Art?
Well, Gaige, tell us about that GLVC Championship. What was the setup for the course, and what did it take for you to win that?
So Rock Hollow plays, I think that we played it just shy of 7,000, but it plays longer than 7,000 because you can't just kind of hit driver everywhere. You got to pick your spots. You got to lay up on a lot of holes. The greens were really solid, which really helps good scoring. And yeah, it's a tough track. There's a lot of hazard. There's a lot of 18s a hole where you got to hit it 240 yards just to get it to the fairway over the water. And I had to make par on that hole to win the tournament. I played it 5 over in 3 rounds in the fall. So yeah, it just took a complete game to kind of take that place out in a good game plan. And me and my coaches really honed in the last few days, like going up there, of what to do and how to attack it.
Well, you shoot 6 under par for the 3 rounds, so you had it rolling at 16 birdies, which led the field as well. Playing very well, obviously going in an NCAA Regional, which is next week up in Michigan. And you were touching on it earlier, but you got a late start because you were a baseball player growing up. And decided to make that switch, even though your parents, we would see footage on social media of you probably 3 or 4 years old swinging a golf club.
Yep.
Yeah. What was it that finally was the impetus for you at Kickapoo to say, you know what, I'm going to give golf a try here? Because, the distance you hit at 5'10" and 135, 140 pounds is pretty phenomenal. What started you down that golf path full time?
Well, I guess I'll say baseball for sure helped my golf swing. It gave me the speed and the power that I have. But I think for a lot of guys, COVID was kind of the push to get started, I would say, just because, we would go out to River Cut and Horton Smith and Payne Stewart here locally in Springfield. And they did a deal where you could spend $100 as a junior and you could go walk the courses for free as long as you wanted. So me and my buddies would literally just go there at 9, 10 a.m. and we would stay there until the sun went down. And I just had so much fun with playing golf and just kind of learning the game. And not to say that I hated baseball. I was just a little burnt out of it at that point. So I was just like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. I'm enjoying myself more, so let's just do it.
You partially answered the next question. What was baseball ever a consideration at Kickapoo? And if so, what position would you have played?
It was a tough decision. I could tell you my parents probably didn't like it as much as I did, but they always support me, which is awesome. They're fantastic. But I was an outfielder. I was an infielder growing up. I played a lot of second base, but I love the outfield. Outfield was awesome. I played a lot of center field, a lot of left field. I love making those diving plays in the outfield, getting all those grass stains all over your jersey.
Art?
Boy, Gaige, you talk about 240 carry over water. 18th hole at Hidden Valley is about 200 over water. I had trouble with that, so that's kind of intimidating.
It's intimidating for sure, especially when there's a 30-mile-an-hour wind in your face.
Wow.
Well, and you of course, you've had a big year your junior season at Drury. You had a 64, which set a school record for lowest round earlier out in Richmond, Kentucky. Talk about that round and what really is clicking for you in your game right now.
Honestly, that round specifically, made a lot of putts. I think I was even par through 7 holes and then played the last 11 8 under. Had a little chip in eagle on my 17th hole, which was hole 8 out there. But I mean, yeah, the game's really just firing on all cylinders right now. I mean, chipping the ball well, putting the ball well, drivers going in the fairway, irons are getting a better proximity, I would say. So I'm giving myself better birdie looks. Yeah, it's just a lot of pressure practice that me and my Florida coach talked about this January. Just trying to get that that feeling of, when you're winning a golf tournament, when you're just hitting balls on the range, and being used to how that feels and how that translates to, what happens to your golf ball. Because in pressure, it's much harder to hit a golf shot than just, playing for fun on a random Tuesday,
Gaige, when do you leave for your regional, and how long a trip is it to Michigan?
Well, it's a 10-hour drive, but I'm pretty sure that we're flying. I don't know. I hope we are. But I believe we'll probably leave the 5th, get settled in, and then have a practice round on the 6th. And then tournament starts on the 7th and goes through the 9th.
Well, Gaige, best of luck to you. And got to ask you, I know your dad, Brad Lewis, fancies himself as a pretty good golfer. Are you giving strokes to him now, and how's he handling the string of whoopings you're giving him now on the course?
Oh, if we had to play, I don't know how many strokes I would have to give him. Oh boy, when we go out and play, we just try to have fun. I enjoy playing with my dad a lot. When we go on vacation, even before I took golf seriously, we would always, go play a round or two, and that's fantastic memories from that. I wish we could play a little bit more, but he's a busy guy. He's a busy guy, so I take what I can get.
And of course, you got a senior year coming up next year. What's your summer look like? Do you have a lot of higher end tournaments you're trying to play in?
Yeah. I'll for sure try to play in the Mo-Am, the stroke play, possibly the 4-ball. Those are all MGA events, Missouri Golf Association. And then might try to do some Southern Am stuff. I was talking to some buddies about that last night, and the USAM as well. So just keeping it going, spring season.
Gaige, one quick question. What is your major at Drury, and what do you hope to do?
I am a strategic comm major. I was a business major, but decided to switch. And if I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to try this golf thing. I want to see how far I can go.
Art?
Gaige, I was going to say that you talk about going on vacation with your family and playing golf. I had great memories of that. We did the same thing, and the beautiful course in Oregon, which the front 9 was by the beach and the second 9 was up toward the mountains. It was really dramatic. And alligator on a par 3 in Florida, Palm Springs, and those are great memories. I know you had those too.
Yeah, what's your favorite
Absolutely.
that you played so far, Gaige?
Oh man, like just favorite course?
Yeah.
That's a tough question. The course that I played for the U.S. Junior out in Charleston was really cool. Daniel Island Golf Club. That was really awesome. But Belle Reve in St. Louis.
Belle Reve.
You guys heard of that one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That one is really cool. We played that one going up to a tournament in Kentucky. Coach got us some tee times, and we played. It's just cool to be there with, having the PGA in 2018. And I think they actually are hosting the BMW this year.
Yeah, they are in August. Yeah. And I was going to say, your coach has connections. If he can get you on a Belle Reve, that's pretty good. So,
that was a good.
That is the final tournament before the one at East Lake, too.
Yes, yes, it is. Well, Gaige, best of luck to you, and we'll follow the scores next week. I think 600 would be a good number to shoot again if you can manage that. Okay.
That would be awesome.
All right. Best of luck to you.
Thanks for having me on.
You bet.
Have a good one, guys.
Gaige Lewis visiting with us from Drury University. Take a time out on the starting lineup and be right back.
You're listening to The Starting Lineup with Scott Purrier, Ned Reynolds, and Art Haynes on 102.1 The One.